In this video, we will cover all the facts you missed in Bocchi the Rock. To start off, did you know that aside from her ahoge and her yellow scrunchie, Nijika always wears her red polka dot ribbon? When she is not wearing it around her neck, she ties it as an accessory for her clothes. Interestingly, the ribbon was a gift from her sister, Seika Ajichi. We know that Nijika went to the same school as Ryo, but while Ryo wears a simple black ribbon, Nijika still prefers to wear her huge ribbon. Speaking of Ryo, she shares some similarities with Bocchi in the sense that both of them always wear clothes that cover their whole body. While Bocchi wears her pink tracksuit most of the time, Ryo can be seen wearing black clothing under her uniforms. Unfortunately, Kita is the only character out of the four who doesn't wear any hair accessories or distinctive clothing. However, in the ending song of episode 1 to 3, we can see that each character is related to something. For example, Bocchi is associated with her yellow and blue hairpin, while Nijika had her red polka dot ribbon. The interesting part is that Ryo is associated with a tulip flower, which actually has the meaning of perfect and deep love. As for Kita, she is associated with a flower called Camellia Yuletide, which is also known as red Sazanka flower. Interestingly, Sazanka flower means the overcoming of obstacles and endurance, which can be seen when Kita overcomes her lack of skill in playing the guitar. Speaking of their relation to an object, Bocchi the Rock characters have fascinating references to Asian kung fu generations such as matching instruments and similarities in their birthdays. Hidori Gotoa's name is a subtle nod to Masafumi Goto, the lead vocalist and guitarist. Similarly, Nijika Ajichi's name is inspired by Kyoshi Ajichi, the drummer of the same band. Ryo Yamada's name is a reference to Takahiro Yamada, the bassist. Lastly, Ikuyo Kita's name is a tribute to Kensuke Kita, the lead guitarist. Furthermore, each character's instrument matches their real-life counterpart. Additionally, Bocchi the Rock features various ending songs throughout the series. In episodes 1 to 3, the title of the music played was Distortion, followed by Kara Kara, which means hurry in episodes 4 to 7. In episodes 8 to 11, the ending song was Naniga Warui, which means what is wrong with. Finally, in episode 12, the title was Korigaru Iwa, Kaminia Saga Furu, or the English title Rock and Roll, Morning Light Falls on You. Interestingly, the last song is actually a real song made by Asian Kung Fu Generation, and Kessoku Band used it in the series as an ending song. Another fascinating fact is that each title in the Bocchi the Rock anime actually refers to a real song released by Asian Kung Fu Generation. For example, the title of the second episode, Mata Ashta, is a reference to the song Sora Dewa, Mata Ashta. In addition, Asian Kung Fu Generation was credited with a special thanks in the final episode. In episode 2 of Bocchi the Rock, Bocchi attempts to make herself sick in an unconventional manner by immersing herself in an ice bath and playing the guitar in front of a fan. Much to her surprise, she ends up feeling healthier than ever. This unexpected outcome is due to the fact that an ice bath can stimulate the immune system, but only when the person is healthy. On the other hand, if someone is already ill, taking an ice bath could actually worsen their condition. In the same episode, we also get a glimpse of Bocchi's hairstyle when she takes a bath. She tied her hair as double-side hair buns and she did not wear her hairpins. It's also interesting to note that she doesn't wear her hairpins when she's resting. Another intriguing moment in the series is when Bocchi imagines people staring at her as she tries to enter Starry. Among the people she sees are Seika Ajichi, Nijika's sister, and Pie-san, the sound engineer. Interestingly, there is also a brief appearance of a random person who is never introduced throughout the series. The only time we see him is when Bocchi first enters Starry. He sits in the place where Seika usually sits. This could potentially hint at a role this character may play in a future season of Bocchi the Rock. Like and subscribe to wish for Bocchi the Rock Season 2. The second time Bocchi attempted to enter Starry alone, she was frightened by Seika, who suddenly appeared and informed her that Starry had not yet opened. After they introduced themselves, Seika remembered Bocchi as Mango Kamen, which made Bocchi happy because she believed it was her new nickname. Mango Kamen is actually a character from Kamen Rider, known as Mango Punisher. However, in this context, it refers to Bocchi wearing a ripe mango box as a mask to hide her presence. Later on, Nijika arrives and calls Seika her big sister, which surprises Bocchi as she had not known about their relation before. Nijika explains once again that the manager of Starry is her sister and that their family lives in the apartments above it. In fact, viewers get a glimpse of Nijika's apartment when Nijika was cooking her own bento. Also, did you know that Nijika's Loine display picture is actually her own ahoge? When Nijika teaches Bocchi how to tend the drink bar, she mentions the use of a drink ticketing system that involves paying an additional 500 yen after purchasing the ticket. For reference, a cola cost about 150 yen, which made Bocchi think it is quite expensive. Bocchi asks Nijika about the reason for using this system, but Nijika also does not know the reasoning behind it. One possibility is that the system is in place to make it easier to track sales, or it could be to provide customers with a souvenir in the form of the ticket if they did not trade it for drink, since the ticket itself resembles a guitar pick. However, Ryo does not follow the system. Instead, when a customer trades in their ticket, they do not have to pay an additional 500 yen for the drink ticket. Additionally, there was a scene when a customer orders orange juice, they did not give any drink ticket to Bocchi. But in the manga, there was a scene where a customer actually used a drink ticket to buy a drink. After completing her tasks at Starry, Bocchi quickly returns home and in the end she falls sick for real. She is forced to stay in bed for 3 days to recover. At this moment, Bocchi was afraid people will forget about her if she was gone for too long, which resulted in Bocchi called as a pain by her sister. Once Bocchi recovered, upon returning to school, Bocchi brings her guitar with her, hoping someone will finally talk to her, but no one did. Until she overhears her classmate discussing bands, and one of them has the same hairstyle as Ryo, which had a medium-length hair with base fretboard hair clips. At lunchtime, Bocchi ends up eating alone in a dark corner. But she was happy because she felt it was tough to eat by herself in the classroom. Later, she hears about a great singer named Kita, who used to be in a band as a guitarist. This is a perfect fit for the spot that is missing in the band. When Bocchi first saw her, there were people requesting her to play as a pitcher in baseball. This explains why Kita understands major and minor as terms used in baseball. Later on, Bocchi stalks Kita in the hopes of recruiting her into the band, as she felt guilty for leaving the band for 3 days. While stalking Kita in her classroom, we can see that Kita has brought her instrument with her, even though she said it herself that she couldn't play the guitar. What do you think was the reason for her bringing the guitar to school? After a while, Kita called out Gotoa's name, and Bocchi was happy because she knew about her. When Kita asked what she was doing, Bocchi accidentally started beatboxing because she was too nervous. What she meant to say was, "The band is looking for a guitarist and vocalist, do you want to join?" But it came out as which sounds like a beatbox, creating yet another awkward moment for Bocchi. She ran away and Kita chased her, although it wasn't shown how Kita ultimately found her. In the manga, Kita actually looked for her in a trash bin before finding her in the dark alley. Thanks for tuning in to this video about anime facts that you might have missed about the Bocchi the Rock anime. We hope you enjoyed learning about the facts behind the anime, as well as Asian Kung Fu Generation's involvement in the show. If you have any suggestions for future videos or anime topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments below. We're always open to new ideas and love hearing from our viewers. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.